Kevin Cantwell. With our mics in the off position. Sorry. The petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 28-foot by 22-foot addition with a 7-foot 6 by 15-foot 6 deck and a 5-foot by 8-foot deck and a 4-foot by 8-foot deck, all within associated stairs of the property located at 20 George Street, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel K110924, is located in the R3 zoning district. Go ahead.
Yep, well, thank you for having me here tonight. I know that Grading Consulting has sent in all the required documentation for the special permit. I know you guys have that in front of you. If there's any questions or anything for me?
Yeah. Andrew, you got it up there?
Yep, it should.
So pretty straightforward, Andrew?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have your notes, obviously.
Yep. You've got your, yeah, again, it's only got the 54 feet of frontage. So it's non-conforming as far as frontage and lot width. The structure is non-conforming on each side, but the addition out the back is gonna be conforming on this side. It's 16 feet, 11 feet to the porch, which also is conforming. And then on this side, the extension is gonna be less conforming, less non-conforming at 12 feet instead of 9.9. The rear deck will obviously conform with the rear setback. So it's a thin lot, but they wanna add a little volume to the rear.
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
Nope, I'm good.
Any questions from the audience? Seeing that there is none, I'm gonna move to close.
2535.
What number is this? I misplaced everything. Oh, give me 1 second. Move to close 2535 Kevin Cantwell, 20 George Street. Do I have a second? All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
And
Do you want this?
and Brian.
Do you want this?
So I'm going to move that the board grant petitioner's application for a special permit subject to the conditions. This project will require a building permit, final as-built, and a certificate of occupancy, based on the finding that the applicant's proposal to construct a 28-foot by 22-foot addition with a 7-foot 6 by 15-foot 6 deck, a 5-foot by 8-foot deck, and a 4-foot by 8-foot deck, all with associated stairs on the property located at 20 George Street, as shown on the proposed addition plan by Grady Consulting LLC, April 22nd, 2025. Timothy Bennett, PLS, meets the special permit criteria, section 1012 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
George. All right, so now we have Tammy, 2536 Tammy Panone, and Christine Travers. Is that you?
Yes.
Petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-902 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 16-foot by 13-foot rear addition, a 12-foot by 14-foot pervious patio, and replace the paved driveway with pervious pavers on the property located at 26 Mayflower Lane, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on K101409 and is located in the R3 zoning district. Go ahead.
Rick Savant with Stenbeck and Taylor. Yeah, so these homeowners on Mayflower Lane, they're hoping to do a little small addition off the back of the home. It's a 15 by 13 addition, back right of the house. It's on helical screws. It improves on the sideline setback slightly. We stepped in a little bit to make that a little better. Conforms to the rear, but the rest of the existing house and lot are non-conforming, so need a special permit for that work. They're also proposing just reconstruct the existing front steps on the house. And that's the project.
Okay. Andrew, do you have anything to add, or?
It's in a flood zone. It's got a floodplain permit. It has already gotten conservation approval. And like I mentioned in the notes and on the floodplain permit, this project is still subject to a substantial improvement determination. So if the cost of the project is more than 50% of the house, they would have to elevate the whole house and bring it into compliance. So.
Okay. Thank you. Anything from the board?
Yeah, Andrew, if I could, when would the substantial improvement determination be made, just so the public would know? Is that at the time of the filing of the actual permit?
Yes, that's a building permit process, so they need to file for the building permit and submit the information on all the costs and everything. I've got that information on exactly what you need to do right on the website for the building department. We can share it with anybody as well. It's called the substantial improvement determination policy on our website.
Thank you for the explanation.
Just
Sure.
clarity on that, Andrew, and that's just the building cost. That's not the cost of the stripping out the asphalt and putting in the pervious pavers. Or is that?
Correct, that's
the whole thing?
just the structure. The cost of the work that you're doing to the structure doesn't have anything to do with the pervious pavers or the paving or anything like that. It's just the structure.
Yep,
And it's based on 50% of the assessed value of the structure itself, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you.
thank you.
No problem.
Anything from the audience? Seeing that there's none, I'm gonna move,
I just checked with Andrew on this. I thought I noted an inland wetland district issue on this one.
oh, Andrew, is there an inland wetland here?
Yes.
Oh.
I have properties in it. Yep.
Yep, it is.
So do we need an application for that?
I
Yeah.
thought we had submitted for it, 13, section 13 in the application.
Andrew, is there a letter with the application?
Let me look.
Is it in here?
No.
No, so we'll have to extend.
You can grant the special permit, but it's got to be subject to the
Subject.
additional special permit.
this.
Okay.
9.02.
Right.
All right. All right, so we can close this, because that'll
Yeah,
be
you
a separate meeting.
close, you can even issue the special permit, just make it contingent on giving the other one. I mean, I think you're, I mean, you would normally approve it, but there might be a couple of mandatory conditions.
All right. So I'm gonna close 2536. Tammy Panona and Christine Travers, sorry. 26 Mayflower Lane, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
I'm gonna move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's application for a special permit, subject to the conditions. This project will require compliance with the floodplain bylaw, a building permit, a final as-built site plan, and a certificate of occupancy, along with, what should I say, Bob, we'll have to
Just a
comply with the
special
inland
permit.
special permit,
Yeah,
inland wetlands.
they'll have to make an inland wetland special permit filing and obtain an approval.
Okay. You got that, Nancy, everybody?
Brian, can you make sure everybody's mic is on? It's hard to hear, sorry.
Oh. Can you hear me now? So, based on those conditions, based on a finding that the applicant's proposal to construct a 16-foot by 13-foot rear addition and a 12-foot by 14-foot pervious patio, and replace the paved driveway with pervious pavers on the property located at 26 Mayflower Lane, shows on a certified location plan by Stenbeck and Taylor Incorporated dated October 1st, 2024, Richard Savant, PLS, and in a permit set of plans, Rockwood Design, Dick Rockwood, dated January 10th, 2025, 17 pages, meets the special permit criteria of the section 1012 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Carl Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye?
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you do the revised,
Yeah, I gotta do these extension things.
do you do the revised date or the other one?
Do what?
When you said the date, do you do the revised date or the January date?
I did the January 10th.
Does it matter? We'll just add that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nancy, just make sure you add 5/5/25 as the revised plan.
The revised date.
Yep.
All right, now I'm gonna mumble some more. So Viviano, 2527 Viviano General Contracting, 26 Meadow Lane, has asked to be extended to 6/24. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Carl Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
The Jetty, 2534, the Jetty LLC, 278 Ocean Street, has asked for an extension to July 8th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Carl Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
And 2533, Richard and Christine Mosca, 111 Edward Road, has asked to withdraw without prejudice. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Carl Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
All right,
Viviana, 624, right?
yes.
6:24.
Now we have Robert Hurley. Is that you again, Rick? Petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-902 and 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 7-foot by 7-foot entry porch on the property located at 675 Ocean Street, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel L09-1515, is located at the R3 zoning district. Name and address for the record.
Rick Savant with Stenbeck and Taylor.
Go ahead.
The Hurleys are hoping to add a little covered entry to the front of their home, to assist with access to one of their grandchildren. Needs a little help getting in the house. They want a little better step area there, a little covered. So yes, existing non-conforming house and lot. The covered entry will not create any new non-conformities. And it's close to, the street setback there, but the existing house is also. So yeah, that's where they're hoping to do this. Little 7x4 with a wraparound step they have shown there. And that's essentially what they're hoping to do, just to kind of make their access a little bit better into the house. It's gonna be on open sonotubes. And it has been through conservation. It is in a flood area and within the Barrier Beach Zone also, and a floodplain permit is in process.
Such a cute house.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it. We've done
Yeah.
a few different things over the last few years to it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Anything from the board?
No, looks good. Again, just be clear, this is mostly for accommodating family access, correct?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
They were contemplating a ramp and it just didn't work there.
Yep.
So they're gonna go with this arrangement.
Great.
All right, anything from the audience? Seeing that there's none, I'm going to move to close 2537 Robert Herlihy, 675 Ocean Street. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Brian Murphy, Brian Murphy, aye.
Oh, me, aye. Aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
I'm checking my deeds, sorry.
And then I'm gonna make a motion that the board, I move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's application for a special permit. Subject to the conditions, this project will require compliance with the floodplain bylaw, bubble dot, a building permit, a final as-built, and a certificate of occupancy. Based on the finding that the applicant's proposal to construct a new 7-foot by 7-foot entry porch on the property located at 675 Ocean Street, as shown on a certified location plan by Stenbeck and Taylor Incorporated, dated May 6, 2025, Richard Savant, PLS, and a permit set of plans from Rockwood Design, Dick Rockwood, dated March 21st, 2025, 13 pages, meets the special permit criteria of the section of 1012 of the bylaw. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Robert Hensley, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Coe, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now we have 2538, Christopher Tedeschi. The petition, are they here? Is that you again? The petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-902, 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a new 12-foot by 4.4-foot front porch and a 9.8 by 2.6-foot addition on the property located at 202 Bay Avenue, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on M05900902 and is located in the R3 zoning district. Go ahead.
Again, Rick Savant with Stenbeck and Taylor. This property, down on Bay Ave. They're looking to extend the living space a little bit and an office space on the Bay Ave side of the home, extending out an existing overhang like 2 feet, and then extending a porch an additional 4 feet. This is also on helical piles. This has been through conservation. It's, a floodplain is in process, permit is in process in the flood zone, and we'll be on open helical piles and elevated above the ground. We're still falling under the building coverage, even though it's a tight lot, but obviously a non-conforming structure on a non-conforming lot, so they're seeking a special permit finding for this work. Essentially, they're just kicking out the front of the house a little bit. It's currently an existing deck area that they're gonna be removing portion of the deck to fill in with this new addition. And that's basically it.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
In the comments, that somebody's looking for a site plan, right?
Andrew, do you have any comments?
Pretty much the same comments as before with the other project. This one's a lot closer on the side than the other, but they're extending it, not making it any more non-conforming as far as zoning. But it is, it does encroach across the rear setback line there. It's got a floodplain permit. It's, and the same thing, it's up for a substantial improvement determination. They do have a building permit application, and they're a bit further along than some of the other projects are as far as getting that determination made.
Thank you. Anything from the board?
Nope.
Bob, you have anything to add?
No, I'm all set.
Okay. Gonna,
For the record, I don't like that all these projects, they're so close to each other, so.
I agree.
That on
Just
the
like
record.
Everything's like that already.
I know, I just, for the record.
I agree with you.
I don't like that they're so close.
I'm gonna move to close 2538 Christopher Tedeschi, 202 Bay Avenue. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Robert Hensley, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Coe, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
I'm gonna move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's application for a special permit, subject to the conditions. This project will require compliance with the floodplain bylaw, a building permit, a final as-built site plan, and certificate of occupancy. Based on the findings that the applicant's proposal to construct a new 12-foot by 4.4-foot front porch and 9.8-foot by 2.6-foot front addition on the property located at 202 Bay Avenue, as shown on design plans by Noseworthy Design dated October 22nd, 2024, 5 pages, and Structural Engineering Plans by Rivermore Engineering LLC dated December 13th, 2024, with Building Department comments dated March 24th, 2025, 5 pages, meets the special permit criteria of Section 1012 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Cohen, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Thank you.
Excellent, thank you very much.
I'm like, why is it so thick?
Done now?
Two of them.
Yes.
Somebody not get one?
I don't know. So now we have Celebrity Realty LLC, off Main Street. Now, do I have to announce both of these, that and the variance? You doing both tonight?
Yes.
So 2502 and 2502A, Celebrity LLC off Main Street for the variance as well. Go ahead.
Great. Thank you. For the record, Gregory Morse, registered engineer, Morse Engineering. I expect Peter Freeman is on the Zoom call, the attorney for the applicant as well.
Peter, you out there?
I am here.
All right.
Thank you.
Bob's here with us, so.
Representing the applicant, Celebrity Realty LLC. We've been in front of the board multiple times now seeking special permits for fill on the property associated with a 10-lot subdivision project. Secondly, for work in the Inland Wetlands District. The Conservation Commission had previously approved this project. We've been in front of the planning board. It's been peer reviewed by their consultant, Pat Brennan. The zoning board also retained Mr. Brennan to do a review early on. I believe we had satisfied essentially all of the requirements for the special permits in the Inland Wetlands District with one exception. The applicant was proposing the use of on-site wells, and that was the sticking point. I submitted revised plans last week which show a connection to the municipal water supply for the entire subdivision. We've abandoned the wells, so I believe we've satisfied the outstanding item, which is the connection to the municipal water supply. I can get into any nitty-gritty details you want, but I think we're in hopefully good shape for the special permit.
All right. Andrew, do you have anything to add?
No, we've been, I haven't really gone over that, but any of the new plans yet, but,
I haven't seen
you know, this was more of a fill thing for you guys to determine, really, as far as, you know, whether you guys wanted to approve it or not.
Okay, thank you. Bob, do you have anything to add?
No, the conditions required that they're connected to public water for all the lots in the subdivision.
Okay, so now they've met everything.
If they connect to it, I think that's the mandatory condition that they were missing.
Yeah, okay.
So the whole thing is gonna be
The
on,
entire subdivision, all 10 lots are being proposed to be connected.
thank you.
Good. All right. So we're doing, so they don't, the variance will become, they won't need that anymore, right?
Nope, we'll withdraw that request.
Okay, so,
Likely.
all right. And then, so now we just doing, are we just doing site plan approval here?
You're granting the special permit for the filling, and then you're getting a special permit for the Inland Wetland District.
Correct.
All right,
2 special permits. And you can accept their verbal request to withdraw their request for variance.
okay. All right, does anyone from the board have any questions? I think I'm
No.
satisfied with what they've done.
I'm very satisfied with what you did, thank you.
Yeah.
The only question
I
I
am
have
too.
is I noticed a new green line,
New grade line,
green.
Green line.
Right in the middle, that big circle in the middle.
big circle right in the middle.
Mr. Chairman?
Between lot 9 and lot 10.
Right there, where the hand is. Up.
Mr. Chairman?
Yep, well, we're just answering a question here.
Sorry.
In the middle.
Is that the same one as
So-
that?
So I'm just this thing that was just put in front of us?
So there's a wetland between lots 9 and 10.
Yep.
And the green line on all of the plans is the 100-foot buffer zone for conservation.
All right.
That's what that is.
That's what that is. I don't recall seeing that green 100-foot buffer zone on previous
Yeah,
plans.
it's the 100-foot buffer zone to the
Gotcha.
wetland.
Thank you.
Go ahead, attorney.
Picture of looking at on there?
Andrew said he hadn't
Yeah,
seen that.
very simple. Everything that was just said is fine. The request to withdraw the variance would be without prejudice. That would be our request.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Anything from the audience on this? Seeing none. All right, I'm gonna move to close 2502 Celebrity Realty LLC off Main Street. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Henslee, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Coney, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
And Bob will be giving the instructions for the answer.
The motions?
Yes, please.
We filed, this was filed so many months ago, I don't have the motions in front of me anymore.
I know, neither do I. That's why the punting.
Nancy, do you have?
Give me
They're
one.
in the ZBA, comments.
I'll get
filed.
it real quick.
Thank you. I save all the comments in the file with everything.
Oh, good, can you just email it to Bob?
And now,
I'm so
Heidi.
glad you're doing this. I really am. I was like,
yeah, I'm glad
I'm
too.
glad
That's-
you're going to tomorrow.
I mean, I can give you a motion to adopt if you need it, so.
Okay,
You want me to give you a motion?
sure.
So the motion for your consideration to adopt is I move that the board vote to grant a special permit in accordance with section 305-11-03, 13-01C1, 13.01C2, 13.01C3, approving the development of a 10-lot residential subdivision that requires amount of fill equivalent to 500 cubic yards or more and/or 10,000 square feet of land disturbance, as shown on the last revised site plan with the date of, what, Greg?
6/3/25.
6/3/25, prepared by Morse Engineering Company Incorporated, on the grounds that it meets the standards set forth in sections 1103, 1301, as cited, subject to conditions.
I'm adopting that. And do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Henslee, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Coney, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
So now, you're making a motion to withdraw 25.
Brian, you should put the conditions on. So the mandatory conditions of the inland wetland district are that the entire project be connected to public water. That's one
Okay.
condition. And then the regular special permit conditions that we have.
Okay. Get that, everybody?
Yep.
We'll vote on it again.
Yeah, just
Go ahead.
vote on the conditions.
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Henslee, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Coney, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
Gives me time to look up
That's
the other
The
ones.
the other motion would be to allow the applicant to withdraw their request for variance without prejudice. And that was to allow private on-site wells instead of public water supply system.
Adopting that.
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Henslee, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Coney, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
What would you ever do without Bob?
I know, I'd be at an adoption agency. All right, thanks,
very
Bob.
Good luck.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Can't wait to see it.
it. Just upset you didn't get called Bob tonight.
Have a good night.
You too.
I'm so glad you went with public.
Other business? Oh, you
Oh,
guys have,
I'll feel
Oh
so
my
much
God.
better. Okay,
more
but we
thing.
have some, we have,
Business?
Kirojo LLC?
yep, 294 Ocean Street, request a waiver of site plan approval for additional egress on commercial space, including a new door and outside stairs.
Your favorite statement.
I don't have a problem with it. Andy, you're okay with this, right?
Yeah, so this is the, this is down in Brant Rock. I'll bring it up real quick.
I'm just excited they're gonna do that building.
This is the marine store, the marine supply store here.
On the corner?
Over on this side of the structure, they want to add
Not this, but
a little,
just the
let me
egress.
turn around here.
Oh, I thought you was talking-
They're gonna add a door right here to access this and have another means of egress for the upstairs. So that, and they're gonna bring stairs right up here into a door. They already have conservation approval. There's already enough, this slab's like 2 feet thick, so it's gonna be fine for the footing that they need. So it's kind of a minor thing, and it's a safety access for the structure.
What, is it wicked close to that neighbor's lot line or on it?
Yeah, but we allow entry into the side setback for access and egress.
There's no other place to put it. What is upstairs, just storage?
I thought it was all commercial. Are they putting a residential apartment in it?
What's upstairs, Andrew?
It's commercial, and so the setbacks for this district are 5 feet from the side lot line.
Okay.
That's for buildings.
Yeah. All right, so does anyone
Right.
have a problem with this? No. All right. Gonna move that we grant Kijuro LLC 294 Ocean Street a request for a waiver of site plan approval for additional egress on commercial space, including a new door on the outside stairs. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye. Grover Hensy, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
So I think the only other thing we have is, of course, the endless modeling work at the Bridal Crossing, which we're still, I don't know if we're gonna, originally, we had planned on doing a joint board meeting with the Select Board and the Board of Public Works, so I don't know how that's, I'm gonna send another email out, see if, what's gonna happen.
Did you do this already?
Which one?
2533, Moscow? Edwards Road?
Yeah, we did, we had
We did
sent
one?
that.
Okay. They just withdraw, okay.
All right, so is there anything else?
I just have a question. Did we get the final plan yet?
For what?
For,
We did, it is, it's the one dated the 28th. What they did is they just updated some language.
oh, okay.
There was no change to the plan.
Shoot, what are we talking about? The water?
Bridal Crossing, yeah, the
Oh.
water.
Did we get,
Oh, they were done
did they
with
write a
that?
report?
Well, we have the final report. I don't think the boards.
We have it or they have it?
We have it.
Okay.
Ed went over it with us. But what was gonna happen is we were supposed to do a joint board meeting with all of us to go over the final report, compare the two reports together, and then finally put this thing to rest.
And
But
so,
we're still in limbo as to when that's happening.
because,
Well, we haven't, well, you had that extended town meeting, so that just finished on the 2nd, so we'll see what they want to do from here.
who
I haven't
who
heard
say
back,
the-
well, both
the-
boards, we haven't heard back from them.
So
So I'm
the,
gonna send out another email, I'm gonna include everybody in it, and Bob said, so I'll send that to Nancy to send to the board, Bob?
You know, you can just call Diane Jordan, she's the chair of the Board of Public Works, or you could call Eric Kelly, chair of the Select Board.
Well, we have the email that has everything in it.
Fine?
I've already I talked to Eric, he's on board to do it.
Okay.
And Diane had mentioned hosting it there, but she only wanted us to have speaking parts. And the original plan was to do a joint meeting with all three boards.
Well, if they want to comment on it, they have to publish and advertise their meetings.
Right, so we all have to meet together and all advertise the one meeting of all three of
And it
us.
makes sense to do it here, so.
Right, because we have all the access to the.
Select Board and you are normally here anyways.
Yeah,
so.
so that would be the goal. Yeah, I'll see what happens, I'll
There's
send
only 3 of them, and there's 6 of you. and-
7 of us that would be.
And 7 of you, and then 3
Three of-
Select Board members and
and 3
the town administrator, so.
And 3 Board of Public Works, so. All right, I'll send that out and see what happens.
Great.
Anything else?
are we down to, what are we doing our summer schedule? Did we do this one?
It's done.
It's done? Okay.
We have a meeting June 24th,
Okay,
and then July 8th and August 12th.
got it.
And that's it. All right,
Happy summer.
all right, thank you. Motion, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Hensy, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Heidi Conway, aye.
Jean Lee, aye.
Mac Brothers, aye.
It's good to get that.
Great.
So let's.